Hey guys, so for beauty hack number 1, if you're like me and you have dark circles and hyperpigmentation on your face and you want to find a way to conceal it but you don't have an actual correcting concealer, you can totally use some lipstick. I picked out 3. I picked out red, orange, and a peachy tone shade. The red shade's not going to work for me, it's a little too dark. Neither is the orange shade, it's a little too dark as well. So I'm going with the more peachy shade for my complexion and for the darkness of my circles and hyperpigmentation. I'm just going to be applying that directly under the eyes and on any areas that I have hyperpigmentation or any darkness that I want to camouflage. I'm then taking a brush to blend that all out. You can pretty much use any brush. You can use a beauty blender if you want to, but you want to make sure you blend it out. That way it doesn't look so harsh underneath your foundation. If you apply your corrector directly on the hyperpigmentation or dark spots on your face that you want to conceal, and then you blend that out, when you apply your foundation over it, it shouldn't show through the foundation or the concealer. You also want to make sure that you're using the correct color for your skin tone and also for the amount of darkness that you have. For red, I would recommend that for deep or dark complexions. For the orange, I would recommend that for medium to tan complexions. And then for the peachy tone, I would recommend that for fair to light, maybe even light medium complexions, depending on how dark your hyperpigmentation or your dark circles are. And there you have it, we've corrected with lipstick. So beauty hack number 2, this one's going to be a little bit crazy, a little bit unorthodox. I know we're going to be taking some feminine liners and using them to catch our fallout eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be taking some scissors. I'm going to be cutting it kind of in a crescent shape. If you have the full ones, you can totally just use that and save a liner, but I just have the thong ones, so I'm going to be taking 2 separate ones and cutting them into like a crescent shape so it fits underneath my eye area. And I'm just going to go ahead and smack those bad babies on and start to apply some pigment on my eyes so you guys can really see how it catches the fallout. And there you have it. You can see all of our eyeshadow fallout on this feminine liner. Thank you, Chloe Morello. Beauty hack number 3, if you've ever tried curling your lashes and for some reason your eyelash curler is just playing you and does not want to curl your lashes, go ahead and take a blow dryer to it and heat it up a little bit. This is really going to act as kind of like a curling iron for your lashes. You want to make sure you test it out on the back of your wrist to make sure it's not too hot, and once you find out that it's good to go ahead and curl those lashes and you should have perfectly curled lashes. Beauty hack number 4. You know when you put on black eyeliner in your waterline or just any eyeliner in your waterline and then for some reason a few hours later you go to check it and it's not there. It's disappeared or it's faded. You're like, what's going on? What do I do? So if I'm using a black eyeliner, what I like to do is take some black eyeshadow and place that directly on top of that black eyeliner in my waterline, and this will assure that that stays put all day long. Beauty hack number 5. So I really hate when my lips are dry. What I like to do is just take a toothbrush and some lip balm and apply my lip balm to the lips. I like to let that sit for a few minutes just to really moisten the lips. So I'll just go ahead and finish off my makeup, add a little bit more highlight so we glow in the dark, maybe do a little dance like the Cabbage Patch, and then I'll go ahead and take my toothbrush and start to exfoliate my lips. Not only is this going to help remove the dead skin cells on your lips so that way you have a smooth lipstick application, but it's also going to help plump your lips, and you know I love a good plump girl, so yeah, I love this hack. It's awesome. Beauty hack number 6. There's just some lip colors that I have in my collection that aren't matte, and sometimes I want to wear them the way they are and sometimes I want to wear them matte. So what I like to do is just take a tissue. I like to rip it in half. Sometimes tissues come double plied, and then I take my translucent setting powder and just pat that right over the tissue. You could put the translucent setting powder directly on top of your lips, but I just feel like that feels a little bit cakey for me. So using the tissue paper just really helps so that way it doesn't feel cakey but you still get the matte effect. Moving on to beauty hack number 7. This one is about those bobby pins, and for some reason bobby pins just tend to slip out and they don't want to stay in their place. So what I like to do is just take some hairspray, spritz my bobby pin with some hairspray, and then reapply it back to my hair. This should assure that that bobby pin stays put and stays in its place all day long. Beauty hack number 8. This is for those of us that have baby hair problems. If you're like me and your baby hairs just don't want to stay in place, if you have naturally curly hair, you probably get this a lot where your baby hairs just want to move and they don't want to stay in place. What I like to do is just take some clear brow gel to tame those babies and make sure they stay put all day long. This one I'm using is by Anastasia, but you can pretty much use any clear brow gel. Normally a lot of us probably have this in our collections already, but if you don't, I will give you an alternative option. What you could use is just some hairspray and a toothbrush, and that'll pretty much do the same thing for you. Beauty hack number 9. A lot of us suffer from the sparse hairline. I know, it sucks. I suffer from it extremely. So what I like to do is just take some brow powder and a nice tapered fluffy brush, and I just go ahead and dip it into the brow powder and start to fill in that hairline. I especially like to do this when I'm putting my hair up in a high bun because I feel like it just looks a lot better. I like to use brow powder because I feel like it gives off more of a natural looking finish as opposed to using eyeshadow. I feel like eyeshadows tend to be a lot more pigmented than brow powders, so using a brow powder is just going to give you the most natural finish possible. And there you have it, hairline on fleek. I really love this hack. And last but not least, we have a beauty hack number 10. You know when you spray perfume on yourself and then you go for a night out and then an hour or maybe even 2 hours later, you're like, I don't smell like my perfume anymore. An awesome way to keep you smelling good all night long is to take some Vaseline or some petroleum jelly, which is basically the same thing, and just apply it to the areas that you're going to be applying your perfume. I recommend applying it to your wrists, in your elbows, behind your ears, and then if you're wearing shorts or a skirt, even behind those knees. And then just spritz your perfume right on top of it and just apply that right on top of the petroleum jelly, and you should be smelling so fresh and magical all night long. You can also spritz some perfume on your brush as well and just brush that through your hair. That's going to make your hair smell good all night long as well without drying out your hair from the alcohol in the perfume. So this is an awesome hack in my opinion. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I love you and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!